Okay, so we are going to make a knot like this, and then insert your hook. Then we are going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you insert your hook into the first chain that we made. That's this place here. You insert it, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through this place here. So when we are done making our magic ring, you then chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, then you insert your hook into the middle of the ring, not this stitch here, but the middle of the ring. Insert it and then pull through, then you make a double crochet. So 1, then you yarn over and make another double crochet, which is 2. So now we are going to make 2 chains, chain 2, 1, 2, and then make a cluster of 3 double crochet. So you yarn over, insert your hook, make a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, make another double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, and make the 3rd double crochet. So we've made one the second cluster, so we'll make 2 chains again. We'll chain 2, 1, 2, then yarn over, insert the hook back into the hole here, make a double crochet, another double crochet, and another double crochet. Then you chain 2 again, 1, 2, then you yarn over, insert your hook, make a double crochet, another double crochet, and another. So we are going to make 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, and then for the last corner you chain 2, and then you insert it into the first chain, into the first stitch here. You insert it, you insert your hook and make a slip stitch just like this. So now we are done with the first row. If you want to change your color, you can go ahead and change your color, but I'm not going to change my color right now. So we're going to make we're going to chain 2 again, 1, 2, then yarn over and then insert it into this hole here and make a cluster, 2, and then 3. This time around we are not going to chain 2, we'll just go directly to this corner here and make a cluster, 3, and then 4. So now that we want to make a corner, we'll make 2 chains, 1, 2, and then another cluster. So we'll do the same thing in the next corner here, yarn over, make a cluster of 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then make 2 chains, 1, 2, yarn over, make another cluster, 1, 2, then 3, then make another cluster, 2, 3, for the corner you chain 2, 1, 2, and then make a cluster, 2, 3. Now for the last corner here, we're going to make a cluster, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll chain 2, 1, 2, then make a slip stitch like this. And now I'm done with my second row. So now I want to go ahead and change color. I'm going to be changing to this color here, this milk color, and this is how I change my color. Then chain 2 as usual, yarn over, and then make a cluster here, 1, and then 2. So we are going to go to the next place. We are not making a corner here, so we are going to make just make a cluster without chaining. So 1, 2, and then 3. So now we're going to the next, to the corner here, make a cluster, and then chain 2, 1, 2, yarn over, make another cluster, and then for this place we are making a cluster without chaining anything. And then for the corner is where we are going to make 2 chains after the first cluster. So you continue like this, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. Okay, so I'm back to this corner here, so I'm going to chain 2 and then make a slip stitch like this. So I'll be making 3 more rows using this color, and I'm going to meet you when I'm done making the 3rd row and show you what next to do. Okay, so I'm in my last row now, that's the 4th row, and I'm about to close the last corner, so I'm going to chain 2, and so I'm going to change my color here. And then chain 2, yarn over and insert it here. Yarn over, move to the next row here. 2, 3. To keep on using the same pattern, a cluster in every hole, and then 2 clusters with 2 chain in between till you achieve a length of 8.5, that's 8.5 inches, and I'll meet you there when I'm done. Okay, so I'm done with one granny square, and I was able to achieve the length, this diagonal length from here to here. I was able to achieve 8.5 length, and so I'm going to continue like this, and I will meet you when I'm about to stitch the dress together. I'll meet you there. So I was able to crochet 16 more granny squares, which makes the total of 17, and I went ahead to arrange them the way I want my dress to be. I just made it double because this part will be the part for the back panel, and instead of arranging them separately, I just joined them together. So I'll go ahead and stitch all these parts together. But this side, I didn't make this side double because it's going to be backless, and then there will be a rope that will join the back together. Yeah, so I'll get back to you when I'm done stitching my dress. Okay, so I want to show you guys how I stitch my granny squares together. So you just look for a needle, get a needle, and insert your yarn into it, the color that is at the edge of your granny square. Don't pick any other color, but the color that is at the edge of your granny square, so that it will be seamless, just like this. So when you insert it and then you join it, you hold it like this. So I'm going to look for the corner of this one and the corner of this other one so that they will align. And then I will insert my needle in the middle of the corner, not here, because if you insert it here, the squares are not going to be straight. So in the middle here, pull it out, then tie it. So you make sure you insert it here, like this. You don't have to be going one by one. I just do it like this for it to be faster. But make sure that you don't give much space in between. Can you see what it looks like? Very seamless here. Can you see? So yeah, that's how you continue. make sure that as you're stitching the grannies together, you don't let one go over two granny squares, but make sure you make them align like this. This is what it looks like. So you do the same thing for all the granny squares till you're able to get the shape of your dress making. This is the last square I'll be stitching. So I'm done stitching all the granny squares together, and now I want to go round and slip stitch, just so that I'll have a neat work, and then add a crochet string here and a crochet string there also. And I'm going to switch from my big hook to a smaller one for the slip stitch. So I'll meet you when I'm done.